Ruben Amorim has been sacked as Manchester United manager. I thought my day was bad. First my boiler broke, and then, I've got to be honest, I've not been feeling great and I shit myself on the school run. Anyway, I titled my Leeds preview video Amorim's last game. I just had this horrible feeling. I had a feeling the press conference, the fallout, the results, the form, I knew he wasn't going to win the game, and it just felt like it was going to be his last game. And I think it's the right decision. Not because I don't like him. I do like him. I wanted it to work, and certainly not because I think the club are competent. There is no plan there whatsoever. They have got no plan. They are clueless. I said before Ineos bought the club, there was absolutely no proof whatsoever from Lausanne Sport and Nice that they knew how to run a football club. And now I'm even more convinced they don't know how to run a football club. They might actually be worse than the Glazers. Backing Eric Ten Hag, giving him a new contract, then sacking him 5 months later. The whole Mike Ashley thing. Not Mike Ashley, what am I thinking? Dan Ashworth. Dan Ashworth, not Mike Ashley. Dan Ashworth chased him for months, gardening leave for months, and then sacked him like 4 minutes after he'd stepped through the door. Now this whole thing with Amorim, they are clueless. They do not know how to run a football club. And the people they bring in charge, Barada and Wilcox, right? Are they brought in to make the team better? Or are they brought in to make the club more money? How can you be so competent at making the club more profitable? Making the club get bigger revenues, making the club be worth more, but then be so incompetent at making the club a better football team. But we can talk about the Glazers and Ineos all day long. That's not going to change. We're stuck with them, and it's actually boring talking about it. It is boring talking about it. I actually don't think he was sacked because of the Leeds result, or the form, or the results in general. I think it's because of what he said, his press conferences. We've seen it with Ralph Rangnick and Ronaldo. The minute you start telling the truth, the minute you start throwing the club under the bus, you are gone. They do not want people knowing the truth, even though everybody knows it. Having said that, it is really hard to defend Amorim's 40 months in charge. I mean, the results have been absolutely horrendous. Ironically, though, I don't think the players threw the towel in. I don't think they downed tools like they have with every other manager. I think they were trying. I think they liked him. There was no lack of effort. It just didn't work. There was just utter shitness from everyone. Maybe it was the system, maybe it was the manager, maybe it was the players, but this is the point about the club. Why hire a manager who plays such a unique, different system, knowing full well that you're not going to give him all the players he wants? But then for Amorim, why come? Why come if he knew he hasn't got the players he needs? And this is the thing that really annoys me with modern managers, right? Modern managers now, they all got the systems, and they all need it to be absolutely perfect. They need the exact player in the exact position for their system to work. Look at Pep. The minute he's without Rodri, City are useless. To me, that's not managing a football team. If you need every single circumstance and every single player in every single position to be perfect, you're not a football manager, really, are you? But I mean, his record is terrible. It is absolutely shocking. And it would have took one hell of a run to get anywhere near respectable. 16 wins in 49 games. I'm sick of saying this, to be honest. 19 losses. 3 wins in his last 11 games. Only 2 clean sheets all season. Jose Mourinho, right, managed twice the amount of league games as Ruben Amorim and lost fewer games. Louis van Gaal played 29 more league games and lost fewer league games. Like, the form has been atrocious. It really has. I mean, just to put this in some kind of context, David Moyes has the worst win percentage record of any manager after Sir Alex Ferguson with 50%. Ruben Amorim's is 17% lower than David Moyes. Like, not just 1 or 2, 17% lower than David Moyes, who has the worst record since Sir Alex. And I do totally agree, this last 2 or 3 games, things have been hard. Mount injured, Bruno injured, Mbeumo, Mazware, Ahmad at the AFCON, De Ligt, Maguire injured. It's been hard, but that's the last 2 or 3 games. What about the other 46 games? It's a record that you really can't defend. You cannot defend it, not at Manchester United. And we know the Glazers are shit. We know the club's a mess. We know it's rotten. But every other manager has had to deal with that. And every other manager hasn't got a win rate of 37%. Every other manager has a win rate of above 50%. So, yeah, we know the club's fucked. We know it's rotten. But a 37% win record, you really can't defend. To be honest though, I don't think Amorim's been happy for a very long time. I think he knew pretty early that this might not work. I think he knew that he couldn't play his system with these players, and I think he knew he wasn't going to get the players needed to play the system. And it's such a shame. It really is. It's a crying shame because I do like him. But I think his either his stubbornness to change or his lack of ability to change has really cost him and us. I do feel a bit sad though, because although I hated the performances, I hated the style of play and I hated the results, I do really like Amorim. And what really bothers me is, I don't think we have a plan. We don't have a plan. This wasn't in the plan. It really stresses me that I hate interim managers. Yeah, the thought of an interim manager, I hate it. And the words, steady the ship, they cringe me out. They make me cringe. Oh, we just need to steady the ship. I hate it. And Darren Fletcher, I like Darren Fletcher. I mean, he's probably going to play his two sons in midfield. Now, that was uncalled for. But the thing is, right, Darren Fletcher, yeah, he probably will get us playing. He'll have bare passion. The players will respond, and he'll probably go get 2 or 3 results, and then everyone will be saying, oh, give it to Darren Fletcher. Let's get Darren Fletcher in. But I don't see where we go. Honestly, I don't see who we get. I haven't got an answer. And before people start giving it the, oh, Southgate's on his way, you know, the haters will love to give that, you know, the banter brigade. Southgate, it will not be Gareth Southgate. Well, I hope not. I'm saying I've got no confidence. I'm pretty sure it won't be Gareth Southgate, but who will it be? Throw some answers at me. I really don't know. I mean, everyone's saying Xavi. Well, not everyone, a few people. In fact, only one person. But people are mentioning Xavi, right? This team couldn't understand 3 at the back. How are they going to understand Barcelona 2010 total football? They're just not, are they? How are you all feeling about this? Who should be the next manager? Who is really to blame? I can't speak. I still feel a bit poorly. My boiler is fixed though. What a week.